Welcome to another Tech Tuesday at PhiTech. I'm Jeremy. Today we're going to talk about vacuum leaks, what they are, what symptoms they have, how do they affect the system, and how to diagnose them. On a throttle body, a vacuum leak is considered any air that's entering the intake manifold that's not coming through the throttle blades or through the idle air control. That could be an exposed brake booster port coming in here. That could cause a whole corner to misfire. It could be any kind of overlap on the manifold where the manifold doesn't seal. That could have an exposed area here, or even up here. On a throttle body, it's important to note that this port on the front of a power adder is not a vacuum port per se. This is intended only for boost reference on a Roots blower. The symptoms of a large vacuum leak could be a high idle speed that can't be controlled by adjusting the throttle closed or having the IAC fully closed. This air leak right here on a exposed vacuum port from a brake booster port could actually cause the engine RPM to raise by several hundred RPM. A vacuum leak that's not central to the whole system can cause misfires in certain cylinders. That can also trick the oxygen sensor reading and cause everything to richen up. On a throttle body, it's pretty easy for these vacuum caps to fall off. I like to zip tie them on to ensure that they stay on. A backfire can pop them off. It's a little difficult to diagnose a vacuum leak with the handheld readings, but some things that may point it out would be IAC is suddenly needed to close all the way and your idle RPM is still high even though the throttle's actually closed. With a 4-barrel intake, these aren't the only opportunities to have vacuum leaks here. It could also be on the intake manifold. Many have a port that's threaded in that if you leave that exposed, you'll have a vacuum leak that you'll need to plug. So if you find yourself with a high idle speed, check to make sure this vacuum port is blocked, make sure the throttles are closed. Another common area for vacuum leaks can be underneath the throttle base, or if an intake manifold gasket was either incorrect or has failed and gotten sucked in. On the LS, there's vacuum ports along the bottom. If you're not going to use them, cap them off, zip tie them tight, and when you're installing the intake manifold, make sure these O-rings stay in place. Some manifolds have vacuum ports built into them. Make sure they're either utilized properly or blocked off with a plug. If you have a non-central vacuum leak, you can have misfires on a cylinder. That could actually show up as a glowing red exhaust pipe. It could be a cold exhaust pipe if it's misfiring completely and not burning in the exhaust. Another way to diagnose a vacuum leak is to actually pump smoke into the engine with a smoke machine that's specially designed for vacuum leak detection. That'll allow you to see a puff of smoke come out where maybe the leak is at. If you're experiencing an unexpected air-fuel ratio change, it could be an exhaust leak rather than a vacuum leak. A vacuum leak will usually have either cylinders running rough or idle speed coming up. Exhaust leak maybe will just have the air-fuel ratio change a little bit, it corrects for it, and then maybe it runs a little bit rich, but you can usually hear an exhaust leak. A slight rough running engine could be a misfire on a cylinder. It could be a vacuum leak. It could also be a spark plug wire that's burnt. It could be an exhaust leak that's tricking everything to make it run rich. It could even be a compression problem, such as broken rocker arms. So if you find yourself with one of the symptoms of a vacuum leak, such as high idle speed or misfire in a cylinder, go ahead and check for any vacuum leak on the big ports, such as a brake booster port or a gasket leak on the intake manifold. If you're finding on a new installation that you just can't get the idle speed down, make sure you're not having a major leak underneath the throttle body. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you need further assistance, email or call our tech support line.